Good morning and welcome to lesson 2 of our ancient art unit. This lesson is geared more towards my kindergarten through 2nd grade friends, but if you are older, you are more than welcome to follow along with us. Today we are going to be talking about the ancient Greeks and the story of Pegasus. The story of Pegasus comes from Greek mythology. Mythology is a collection of stories or myths from a religion or culture. Pegasus was an immortal, meaning that he could never die. He was an immortal winged horse. He was the son of Poseidon, who was the god of the sea, and Medusa, who was a monster called a gorgon, who had giant wings on her back and snakes for hair. Pegasus lived on top of Mount Olympus with the other major Greek gods and goddesses. But down below Mount Olympus, there was a thriving society of Greek people. This particular city is the city of Athens. This is how the city of Athens looked way back in the time of the ancient Greeks. The Greeks were a very intelligent people who made advances in the world of medicine, philosophy, sports, architecture, which is the designing of buildings, and so much more. The Greeks even invented the Olympics that the entire world still competes in today. This is what stands of Athens today. These are called the ruins of ancient Athens. You can still see the buildings and you can still visit, but they are beginning to crumble because they are so old. And I can zoom in. You can still see these columns, but see how the roof of our building is falling. All of these down here are crumbling just because it's so old. Here is one artist's recreation of ancient Athens. You can see all of our buildings down here in the city of Athens, and this is where Mount Olympus would be. Mount Olympus is the highest mountain in Greece, and they believe that right up here at top is where all of the major Greek gods and goddesses lived. Even though the city is still in ruins, you can still see the influence of Greek architecture even in America. You can see it in our U.S. Capitol building in Washington, D.C. You can see the same sort of columns and the domed roof like the ancient Greeks. You can see it in the Supreme Court building in Washington, D.C. Again, we have the columns and the sort of triangle up here where they've carved in figures. That's very Greek of them. And even in the White House where the president lives today. Today we are going to learn how to draw Pegasus, our winged horse. So for this lesson, all you are going to need is a piece of paper. I got this from my sketchbook that I talked about in our last video. Something to draw with. I'm using a Sharpie. And then something to color with. I used watercolor, but you can use whatever you happen to have at home. So to start, we want our paper this way, nice and wide. This is called landscape. And we're going to start with the letter U. This is the shape of our Pegasus head. So we start with the letter U. Then we're going to add a sort of curved line on top. Now we're going to add the ears. So horse's ears are sort of pointy. So we're going to do 2 pointy ears on top. And then a line like this for where the ears sort of curl over. So now we're going to add the line for our nose about halfway through our Pegasus's face. And now we are going to add in the details of the face. So we're going to add a little mane up here at the top. I'm going to do 2 circles for the eyes. Some pupils. And now we're going to add sort of a line on the top like this. And then a few eyelashes. This part is optional, you don't have to do this part. So, we're going to add some eyebrows up top. And now 2 nostrils. And we're going to add some little lines for some details right above the nostrils to make them look like they're kind of standing up. And then a shape just like this, or kind of like the mouth. This is where his mouth would open up. So we have our face for our Pegasus. Now we're just going to add the body, kind of like he's poking up out of the paper. And now it is time for the wings. So for the wings, make sure go all the way to the side of the paper and down. All the way to the side of the paper and down. And your wings don't have to be this exact shape. If you want to do a different shape, maybe like butterfly wings, you could definitely do that as well. So now it's time to just add our decorations to the wings. So again, yours do not have to look exactly like mine, but if you would like to copy, you're more than welcome to. So I did this sort of thing kind of like they're folding over, just like up on our ears. Now I'm going to add some round feathers. And then down here at the bottom of the wings, I'm going to add some sort of pointy feathers as well. And then lastly, I'm just going to add some lines that go down like this. And there is our finished Pegasus drawing. So from here, all you would need to do is go in and color it. If you wanted to add some more designs, maybe on the wings, you could do that as well. It's totally up to you how you decide to finish up your Pegasus. So again, I used paint for my last one. I used watercolor paints on this. But if you don't want to use paint or you have something else that you need to use, you are more than welcome to do that as well. So when you are finished, please send me an email of your picture. I would love to see it and respond back to you. Or if you have any questions, you can email me there as well. So have fun, and I will see you tomorrow.